Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Trying to do a excuse me. Trying to do some more Ped Talk. Now this here is this one I've been wanting to do for a while, but I figured I'm gonna go ahead and do it now since I got a little free time. And y'all hear me talk about this dog a lot. This is the pedigree to the Whitehead's Big Mud dog. This dog here is the foundation dog behind my American Pit Bull Terriers. They're based off this dog, heavily based off this dog. So let's get into it. I'm gonna start in the 4th generation, and I'm just gonna count. I'm just gonna go from from the top to the bottom, starting in the 4th generation. All right, we go to the 4th generation. You already know who that is. That Jeep right there, right? You know who that. We all know who that is. Then Marlowe's Tabby Girl is basically a red boy dog. Then you have that Champion Steel Fires Patty, which is a Rom dog. Patty was a red boy Jocko dog on the top side. Bottom side, Patty was inbred Honey Bunch Finley's Bow, and the inbreeding came by way of they bred Jeep to its littermate sister, which was a dog named Katie. I don't know if it's littermate sister or if it was his sister, but both dogs was out Finley Bow and Honey Bunch, and so they bred it. That's how it became inbred Honey Bunch and Finley's Bow. This dog Hoffman's this Booger dog, which was another Rome dog. This Hoffman's Booger dog was a red boy dog crossed with some Rascal Jr. and some the La Passe dog. La Passe Buster dog was a I want to say they took a female, if I'm not mistaken. They took a female and bred Rascal Jr. to a daughter of the La Passe Buster dog. And they made dogs like a female named Kate and Jenny. No, not Kate, but Jenny. And I think I saw a dog named Barney or something like that. But those two dogs, Barney and Jenny, were the littermate sisters, were the littermates to Mailman's Homer. So we're gonna skip over the Luger dog, right? We're gonna skip over the Luger. We're gonna come back to Luger. That Ruse Miss May dog. That Ruse Miss May basically shared some of the she was 3 times within her 4th generation pedigree. She was 3 times Homer, which of course Homer sisters and brother was behind that Hoffman's Booger dog. Okay, so now we're gonna go back up to this Mailman Luger dog. Mailman Luger, heavy Jeep, was a heavy Jeep bred dog. Jeep was in his ped, like in his 4th generation pedigree. Jeep was in there like 4 times. Let's come down to this Woodall's Rusty and Woodall's Rusty and Virgo. Virgo was the mother to Rusty. They bred Virgo back to her son Rusty, and they made a dog named Trudy, Woodall's Trudy. But basically Virgo was like a heavy Honey Bunch dog coming through the Reno dog. There was also some breeds behind the Virgo dog where she was bred to one of Ira Jerry's dog. The dog name was Moody or Tim Moody or something like that. I can't remember what I read. I'm just trying to do all this off the top of my head, from what I read. But yeah, so they bred her to to one of Ira Jerry dog. I think that breeding made a dog named We Hunt or something like that. So yeah, so basically Woodall's Rusty was bred back to his mom and made a dog named Trudy. Now let's go to Rusty's top side. It was his top side, if I can remember, it was like some snooty Carver's pistol dog that was on his top side, which was Rusty's dad. We're gonna go on down here a little bit further. Let's go down to the Marlowe's Captain and Marlowe's Crusher. Marlowe's Captain and Crusher Red Boy dogs. Let's go down to this Taylor, this Taylor's Wilder's Indie dog. Heavy Red Boy dog with a touch of Jeep. St. Benedict Dream Girl. From what I can remember, St. Benedict Dream Girl was a heavy Eli Bullison bitch with the touch of Eli. Let's go down to this Long's Abe dog. Jeep dog. Rock Bottom's Missy. Now this dog was if I can remember right, I want to say she was like off of it was like some Jeep, a Jeep son coming through Weirdo, bred to his cousin. And of course you also had the Honey Bunch breeding where she was bred to a dog named Otis, and she was bred to a dog named Finley's Bow. We're gonna come down here a little bit more. We almost at the bottom. We almost done. The Lug dog. Jeep dog. Jeep Honey Bunch dog. Bred to Rascal. The Rascal dog and a dog named Otis. And finally, when we get down here at the very bottom, this dog named Rice's Pee-wee. From what I saw, from just researching what I can remember, she was basically a heavy Henfield dog. You saw a breed in there where they crossed it with some of the Klaus dogs. I think Klaus had a dog named Champion Stabber, which was in the pedigree. It was a little bit of she was basically a heavy Henfield dog. And then when you go back to the Henfield stuff, of course, he got his dog. I want to say, if I talked to a guy that breeds, like the old family stuff, and I want to say he told me that Hempfield and someone else bought the last few dogs that Mr. Lightner had. They bought the dog from him. So, but this is basically the Ped, the actual Mud dog. Again, was not a pure Jeep Red Boy dog. He was heavy Jeep Red Boy. Not pure, but heavy. Purebred and heavy bred is two different things. He was heavy bred Jeep Red Boy dog. Then you come to the third, you got the Tab dog. Kamikaze's Honey. That T-Rex dog, I'm not even going to talk about him. I'm not even going to discuss him on here. Tab was a cold. Hold on. Went out. Tab was a, he was just a son of Jeep. Studied a lot. He was a brood dog, From what I see, I think he was a cold dog. He was just a brood dog. He was a son of Jeep that produced his ass off. And this is basically the Ped. I just showed y'all, went to the 4th generation. I showed y'all what everything went back to. Where is it actually coming from? Like I said, he's a heavy Jeep Red Boy dog with a touch. Basically, he a Jeep Red Boy dog. He a heavy Jeep. Mud is a heavy Jeep Red Boy dog with the touch of Eli. With some Eli. That's what he is. I never said he was a pure Jeep Red Boy dog. He's heavy Jeep Red Boy. In his litter, he was the only Brundle one in his litter. He had some red ones in his litter. There was some buckskin ones in his litter. I want to say he had some black ones in his litter too, but he was the only dog that came out Brundle in his litter. But yeah, so I wanted, and when I upload this video, I'm gonna put in the description box. I'm just gonna put a link to the ped of the actual dog. So if y'all want to check it out or whatever, y'all can. So I'm gonna put a link in the description. But yeah, this is what he is, man. This is what he coming out of. Solid dog men behind him, dog men and women behind his ped. If you go in the fourth generation, I've never met a lot of these guys, but I know people that have. I know people firsthand that have met them and say they're good people. So good, honest dog men, straight up dog men. Ain't no weak link nowhere in his pedigree, nowhere. In the fourth generation, ain't a weak link nowhere in his ped. So, I mean, I just want to just talk about it. I talk about him all the time. My dog's a heavy bread on this dog, but I figured I'd just break down his ped real fast, and just touch bases on, just do a little breakdown of the pedigree and let y'all see, what I'm saying, give y'all the full understanding of how he was bred. And this dog also, he'll throw a buckskin one here and there. He'll throw a buckskin dog here and there. And these dogs definitely, see, let me tell y'all something. I don't rush a dog. I let my dogs be dogs. I let a dog grow. Let a dog mature. A dog gonna be what it's gonna be. Again, a dog is gonna be what it's gonna be. Take your time with your dog. You ain't gotta be in no big hurry. Just be patient with your dog. And your dog gonna be what your dog gonna be. But that's basically what I wanted to say, what I'm saying. I just want to do a little video, break down his pedigree. What I'm saying, let y'all see, where this dog actually coming from. And this is what it is. Basically, heavy Jeep dog with a touch of Eli. And I'm going to get up out of here until the next time. And then Yayla Kendall signing out. And I'm going to talk to y'all later. Peace.